Phil Silvera had designed a fight that was able to play as one long take. Not what we call a true one. There were stitching places where you tie one piece of action with another piece of action.
Okay, he's there, she's there.
Everyone had to stand exactly where they were. The camera locks off. They watch it back.
It is finally time for the second season of Daredevil Born Again, and fans are pretty excited with each new episode that comes out.
Fans, the photos from set, like everybody's clamoring for this. Yeah. When did you find out? Was it in that first pitch that you were like, oh, finally?
No, it was a bit later. I think it was when I read the first episode and it mentioned the color of the suit and the fact that it finally had the double D on the chest. Felt like a long time coming.
As of the time of this recording, there have only been 3 released episodes, but there is much more to be seen. Today we're going to take you behind the scenes of what we have seen so far and share what it was like to come back for Charlie Cox.
Yeah, it was a bit of a bombshell. You know, Vince and I, we typically enjoy erring on the side of big and bold.
This will destroy the whole city.
You know, I'm retired, man.
Season 2 starts very small and insular and kind of claustrophobic.
But before we get into more of these moments, today's trivia question: what actor played Daredevil in the 2003 Netflix movie? Leave your answers in the comments down below and stick around till the end of the video to find out if your answer was correct.
3, 2, 1, go!
You really have to get the perfect take on the day, and you have to know which take you're going to use in the edit. It was a lot of fun.
That's violent as hell.
You know what to do.
Daredevil is coming to the realization that he is as much part of the problem as he is the solution.
Charlie Cox steps right back into Matt Murdock, delivering another strong performance. His chemistry with Vincent D'Onofrio is electric, and their dynamic as Daredevil and Kingpin continues to be the backbone of the series.
What was the preparation like for that, though? Because I imagine you had to train really hard. I heard you work with Charlie's stunt person, so like...
I always feel like so strong. There was one day we were doing a stunt sequence and I go back to Video Village and they're like, oh my God, I totally believed that you were doing all of that. And I was like, well, I believe I was doing all of that. I get this like delusional self-confidence about how strong I am.
We're very lucky to have Dario, Scarlet Payne, and an incredibly talented creative team behind this show, D'Onofrio said. Dario's not only a good action writer, but he knows how to go deep. With season 2, we have a story of 2 opposing forces trying to win out, and the city ignites.
I appreciate the fans so much, and it makes it feel like very noble and very special and meaningful to me to get to play a character that resonates so much with people. And people have been asking for her back, and it worked. The fans were loud and relentless.
Finally.
And they didn't give up, and here we are.
Matt Murdock even referenced how the design of the suit came into play for this season. There are a couple of really cool things about the suit this year. The first one is that we've got a new suit that's present in the comic books. Some people refer it to as the Shadowland suit, an all-black suit with red outlines, and how we got here plays into the storyline for season 2.
This is a really groundbreaking, iconic character. She's the coolest character I've ever played, and this is a character that means a lot to a lot of people, men and women, and she means a lot to me as well. So getting to get in the boots and the rad jacket, I'm thrilled. It's an honor.
Let's get into the stunts. I mean, you're incredible. What was the preparation like for that, though? Because I imagine you had to train really hard. I heard you work with Charlie's stunt person, so like...
I always feel like so strong. There was one day we were doing a stunt sequence and I go back to Video Village and they're like, oh my God, I totally believed that you were doing all of that.
The Daredevil Born Again Season 2 episode, The Scales and the Sword, focuses on Jack Duquesne, who's waiting for what amounts to a show trial in a secret anti-vigilante task force compound.
This season, though, I think we're super proud of the blackout suit, the black suit.
Whatever happens tonight, I will stand and fight.
But I do dig the linked Ds. I've been waiting for that for a long time myself. I mean, that's a big, cool thing that's happened.
Episode 2, titled Shoot the Moon, was pretty straightforward. There was a lot of action and more explanation on what both sides are doing. Mayor Wilson Fisk's continued effort to bring down vigilantes continues to be a front for money, power, and control over New York.
You know, for Bullseye to kind of go from legitimate FBI agent to assassin to criminal to other stuff, that was important. I mean, I don't want to give too much away, but he feels on a mission of good.
Although the scales and the sword marks the first time MCU Jack has fought antagonist after being legally deemed to be the swordsman, we have actually seen him in action before. In Hawkeye, he deftly duels Kate Bishop, and he later uses his fencing skills to defeat a few tracksuit mafia goons.
And I love the fact that I don't know whose idea it was to bring the black in and have it fade out, but that was a great idea.
Yeah, such a good idea.
Such a good idea. You know, because it helps tell the story. The suit that he's wearing is.
We do something in season 2 which is really cool, where we're telling the story that Matt and Karen Page are being hunted.
The scales and the sword maintain a high level of intensity and plenty of emotional moments. There was a balance as the characters were allowed downtime to speak, each one with a purpose.
So Bullseye's costuming, there's a lot of thought given to that. And
Fit
Wilson
with
Bethel, at the beginning of this season 3, texted us a picture of like, this is my wish list.
These are the things that I want, yeah. We said
That's
yes
cool.
to some of them.
This was a symbolic moment for the series because Daredevil and the Resistance finally got a win over Fisk. The legal system wouldn't work. Matt tried things the other way. And just as we have seen so many times in the original Daredevil series, it proved to be much more successful.
They tied it into the storyline in a cool way, which always makes it, I think, more enjoyable to watch.
All right, I'd like to know a little bit about some set secrets from both of you. Are there any rituals or routines that you do to get in character for good luck right before you're about to step on set?
Depends on what the scene is, but some scenes require a little bit of emotional prep.
Another thing these 2 episodes did well was send viewers on an emotional roller coaster. The show gave you reasons to think that all hope was lost by having the AVTF continuously beat and detain people, and having people like Powell do whatever they want.
I tend to leave that stuff. That's so kind of like baked into the larger aspect of the character and his existence within the whole universe. So I kind of leave that to them. Obviously, I've hinted at over the years, I'd love to graduate to the DDs on the chest plate.
Our final scene is Daredevil and Karen in their getaway car, looking every bit as hopeless as they did in the original Netflix series, when Fisk would get the last laugh. The Kingpin always finds a way to succeed, and yet again, it costs people their lives. We will just have to wait and see what else is in store as more episodes come out.
Each one of these shots is its own mini-movie. Our Season 1 Daredevil Netflix show was a true oneer. Season 2 was a stitch oneer. Season 3, that was Gary Stearns and Donnelly. They did an amazing job on a true oneer. This is a stitch one. But again, each shot in this is its own movie.
Overall, this was another fantastic episode with a conclusion that will continue to keep audiences invested in the series. While the heroes obtained a huge victory in the battle in episode 3, the war is still Fisk's to lose.
I think this part of the sequence here specifically case is really a callback to the Netflix series and the one in that one. And also the most unique way we've done a fight before. In a sense, a fight is usually you can react to a punch and a kick if you see it coming without ever getting hit by it.
Already, they have started filming for season 3 in March of 2026 and are ready for release for 2027. And this will be part 6 of the MCU.
They're reacting to VFX weapons bouncing off of the walls, stabbing them, hitting them in the head, blunt objects, and here Charlie just hones back in on his senses listening to Eldon, which Bullseye capitalizes on.
They're gonna be right here. They're gonna be here any minute, okay? You just...
And as far as the answer to our trivia question, it was Ben Affleck who starred as the first version of Daredevil, which Cox explained to be tonally confusing, as he put it.
So there's almost like a scene that never ended up on screen, which is Murdoch spray painting the suit black because he needs to be in the shadows before the things that happened in the first episode, but leaving the D's because he wants Fisk to know who it is.
Yeah. But we wanted to turn this around to you guys. What do you think about all these moments? Which one was your favorite? And what are your thoughts on season 2 so far?
It's VizDef, I think you said, that the spray paint starts wearing off after each battle.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved that.
Yeah. It's really cool. But it is there's great comic book imagery that we reference for it, and the fact that the DD symbols are on the costume is really big. Fans have been wanting it for a while, so we're happy we're able to do it.
Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on for more videos just like this. That's it for today though. We'll see you all next time with a brand new video. Bye guys.
Charlie was very excited and happy about the fact that we were going to do the double Ds. Like, he was very invested. He was very invested in like how we're explaining all that to the audience. So that was important.
There's a scene between Charlie and I. Charlie's just so good in the scene that it just still blows me away when I think about how we were able to pull it off.